Hello, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Hyung from Hanoi. Now let's come to our top stories as usual.
Mukcho district in the northern mountainous province of Sơn La applies technology in tea production. Community-based tourism thrives in Ninh Thuận province.
Let's begin a bulletin with the most prominent events of the week from March the 28th to April the 3rd.
Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng held phone talks with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz on March 31st, during which the party leader suggested lifting cooperation between the two countries in investment, trade, science, technology, education, national defense and security to a new level in conformity with their strategic partnership. Chancellor Olaf Scholz suggested the two countries step up political cooperation bilaterally and at international forums and their partnership in economy.
At the reception for U.S. Ambassador to Vietnam Mark Nepal on March the 13th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính noted his wish and belief that the Vietnam-U.S. relations will continue to develop sustainably on the principles of sincerity, trust, respect, and equality, looking towards a better future. For his part, Nepal pledged to closely coordinate with Vietnamese ministries and agencies to maintain regular delegation exchanges and meetings between the two countries at all levels and channels. During his meeting with Thai Ambassador Nikondes Balankura on April the 1st, Chính suggested the two countries consider minimizing trade barriers against each other's goods and striving to raise two-way trade to $25 billion with a trade balance as soon as possible. Nikondes expressed his impression of Vietnam's achievements in COVID-19 control, as well as in socio-economic recovery and development and full opening of its door.
The 7th Congress of the Young Vietnamese Businessmen was held at the National Convention Center on March 31st. After 2 working days, the Congress passed a report identifying the association's activities to promote the role of the young businessman ecosystem in the national policy. On the occasion, the Vietnam Young Entrepreneurs Association and its chairman received the President's third-class Leave Order.
The Foreign Ministry on March the 31st launched Vietnam Voluntary Midterm Report on the implementation of the Universal Periodic Review Third Cycle recommendations and announced the country candidacy to the UN Human Rights Council in the 2023-2025 tenure. Accordingly, Vietnam is willing to cooperate with other member countries and relevant parties to maintain principles of the UN Charter and international law, reinforcing the effectiveness and efficiency of the UNHRC through dialogue, cooperation, and mutual respect. Vietnam will work to promote gender equality, especially for women and girls, in the era of digital transformation, while continuing to propose a resolution on human rights and climate change, and making contributions to the Council's efforts in ensuring the right to access healthcare services, especially in the post-pandemic recovery period. Despite adverse COVID-19 impacts on the global economy, Vietnam's selective investment attraction policy with priority to high-quality projects has proved effective, according to experts.
This year is forecast a good year for foreign direct investment attraction, as Vietnam is securing its image as a safe, attractive, and promising destination for foreign investors. Singapore has been the largest investor in Vietnam with over $1.7 billion, followed by the Republic of Korea with over $1.4 billion, as well as China and Japan. Experts held that Vietnam would enjoy a fruitful year in FDI attraction thanks to its efforts in administrative reform, the fast recovery of the global supply chain, and the increased consumption power. According to the Japan External Trade Organization, Japanese FDI flow to Vietnam has been adjusted with high number of projects in retail and service sectors to serve the domestic market and for export, thus making full use of free trade agreements that Vietnam has signed. Along with Japanese firms, investors from Europe, The Republic, Korea, and the U.S. have shown interest in the Vietnamese market.
In a bid to gradually affirm its brand in domestic and international markets, tea producers in Mộc Châu district in the northern mountainous province of Sơn La not only focus on improving quality and design, but also promoting technological application in tea processing. This helps create high-quality tea while also protecting the environment. Vũ Tiến Dung's family in Mộc Châu district owns a 1.6-hectare tea plantation that has been constructed with the Vina Tea Mộc Châu Choice Top Company since 1997. Over the past 2 years, the task of growing and harvesting tea has become much less difficult for his family, thanks to the application of high technology in production.
All steps in tea production are now done using machinery, from plowing and spraying to cutting tea leaves.
Many local businesses now operate value chain models towards sustainable and modern agriculture production, bringing higher value. By actively applying science and technology and linking production, Vina Tea Mộc Châu has more than 320 hectares of tea recognized by the Sơn La Provincial People's Committee as the first high-tech application area in the locality.
Being recognized as a high-tech application area is a great foundation for us to assess the provincial policies. We will apply more technological advances, such as spraying pesticides with drones and other techniques to improve tea production.
Forming and broadening a high-tech tea area will create better conditions for producers to further improve the Mộc Châu tea brand, enabling products to reach not only domestic but also international markets. Vietnamese law enforcement agencies have rolled out stringent measures to fight wildlife trafficking, according to insiders. Last year, Vietnam recorded more than 3,700 violations. They comprise of nearly 2,600 cases in advertising illegal wildlife trade, nearly 1,000 others of captivity, and over 180 of smuggling, according to the Education for Nature Vietnam. The 2015 Penal Code, amended 2 years later, is a charter in handling wildlife trade in Vietnam, with violators being arrested in 95% of the cases detected in 2021, much higher than the rate reported in previous years. The Education for Nature Vietnam has proposed the government and relevant agencies to fine-tune regulations on the management of captivity in the country, especially of tigers. Law enforcement agencies need to closely join hands to build an intersectoral mechanisms in wildlife trade prevention and combat in a consistent manner, and work to raise awareness of reducing consumption demand for wildlife products, it added. Sustainable livelihoods for people residing close to forest areas are also needed to ease pressure from poaching. The South Central province of Khánh Hòa, home to famed resort city of Nha Trang, welcomed some 254,000 tourists in the first quarter of 2022, up more than 12% year-on-year. Of the holiday makers, 14,000 are foreigners, a year-on-year rise of nearly 49%, the committee said, noting that tourism brought about $58 million to the province during the reviewed period. Khánh Hòa has asked travel firms to put forth operational plans in accordance with regulations set by the tourism and health sectors, including those on COVID-19 prevention and control. The enterprises have also focused on developing new products, improving the quality of products and services, and boosting promotion activities. Lodging facilities and tourism destinations in Khánh Hòa have gradually resumed their operations after a long hiatus due to the pandemic, and meet requirements to serve tourists in the new normal.
Khánh Hoa expects to attract more than 1.2 million tourists this year, including 1.16 domestic visitors and 14,000 international arrivals, and earn 4 trillion Vietnamese đồng from tourism this year.
The South Central province of Ninh Thuận has recently seen positive changes in community-based tourism, with local people strengthening their investment and turning agricultural fields into a tourism site to attract more visitors.
One young Cham ethnic, Quang Ngọc Nhiên, in Phuoc downtown in Ninh Phuoc district, has turned his muddy fields into fragrant lotus ponds. During the peak season, the pink lotus flowers show off their beauty under the bright sun, attracting visitors from far and wide.
The services here are quite professional, so we can take impressive photos. Prices are also reasonable. I used to only focus on growing lotus flowers for their seeds and stems, which I sold. Since I shifted to growing them for tourism, though, I have received positive feedbacks from visitors.
In addition to sightseeing and snapping photos, visitors can also enjoy tea and dishes made from lotus, while learning more about the life and music of the Cham ethnic people in Ninh Thuận province. In the bid to utilize the beauty of the rural coastline and attract more tourists, Nguyễn Thái Lai from Ninh Hải district started painting murals on the walls of local households next to romantic night lagoon.
Knowing the beauty of local mountains and the sea, especially night lagoon, I came up with the idea of painting murals on the walls of local households to attract visitors and to create jobs for local people.
Visitors to the Hon Thien Mural Village also had the chance to experience other tourism activities, such as hiking out to watch the sunrise, enjoying fresh seafood, and learning about local culture. Such services have brought in extra income for local people while promoting the strengths of indigenous culture.
We will continue to develop community-based tourism in a sustainable manner, without losing indigenous cultural values.
Ninh Thuận has set a target of welcoming 1.9 tourists this year. It will step up the mobilization